I don't do intros. How you guys doing today? I'm doing alright today. Today I have a brand new build for you guys here on the channel. Never before seen. First time you're seeing it actually. This was my Blight Paladin character, which was at 137, rune level 137 that is. But I completely reworked him and he is a different character entirely now, still at 137. But now like an Arcane Faith Vampire Lifesteal kind of character. We'll talk about the build and all that stuff. But first, check this shit out right here. It is absolutely criminal this man did not die right there. How did he survive, man? He must have been on literally 1 HP. There's actually a guy later in the video who actually does survive with 1 HP, and then we kill him and it literally says 1. I'll see if you guys can spot it. If you can spot it, man, put the timestamp in the comment section if you can spot it. Um, Other than that, guys, before we talk about the video, if you guys wouldn't mind liking and subscribing to the video, man, trying to get to 1,000 subs before the end of the year. I think we can do it if we're tenacious enough. And yeah, by the way, here's a nice little true combo for you guys with Zweihander. Blood infused Zweihander, that is. I think that actually was the guy right there who was literally on 1 HP. He survived on literally 1 HP. If you guys want to know how to do that true combo, it's a Braggart's Roar. So you have to have Braggart's Roar on. You have to be two-handing the Zweihander. Uncharged R2 into R1 is a true combo, and if it's blood infused, as in the Zweihander is doing bleed damage, then you will bleed your enemy out almost instantly, pretty much every time you hit somebody with it. It is a really slow attack though, so you gotta keep that in mind. Anyway, guys, let's talk about the character, the build, and all that stuff. You guys know I love making concepts for characters, thematic builds, and whatnot. This one is a fat vampire. That is his whole thing. He's kind of really inspired by Vlad the Impaler, even though Vlad wasn't really fat. He was more just a skinny Turkish tyrant warlord, I guess. Sorry, my lizard was making noises. I was like, what the fuck? That's my lizard. Anyway, guys, what makes this a vampire build? So there are tons of things on this build that have lifesteal on them. We have the Devourer's Scepter. We have the Blasphemous Blade, which you see right here. We have the Butchering Knife with what's that? I forgot. Golden something. Golden. I forgot the name of it. Prayerful Strike. Prayerful Strike. That's what it is. Basically, anything that kind of steals HP from your opponent, I have on this build. We've got Blood Tax. We've got the Godskin Swaddling Cloth. We've got the Blasphemous Blade. We got the Devour Scepter. We got Lifesteal Fist on a pair of guitars. And that's kind of where the vampire theme comes out. The fashion, I love the way the dirty chainmail looks. It has such a dark medieval fantasy vibe to it. I mean, all of Elden Ring does, but the dirty chainmail, man, you've seen this like chubby man in almost every like 90s anime that's medieval themed and whatnot. Just very dark era shit, and I love the design of the dirty chainmail. I think the fire monk hood goes like really well with the dirty chainmail. It almost like has like a really good color scheme to it, and then the pants and the gauntlets I think are just Bloodhound Knight, maybe foot soldiers. Yeah, man, I love the design of this character. You can see his face in the thumbnail. I really had to like flip his nose upside down to give him that like bat-like nose that iconic vampire monsters are known for. People like Nosferatu and Dracula and all that kind of stuff. wanted to go for a more monstrous kind of vampire look, not really a Twilight kind of vampire, or, you know, the Vampire Diaries vampire. Those are not vampires, by the way. As a fan of horror, I will sit here and I will defend the fact that those vampires are not vampires. They're just little bitches, let's be honest. You want to see a real vampire, fucking, I don't know, man. Watch Van Helsing. Watch what's that anime? I forgot the name of it. Is it called Helsing? I think it's called Helsing. You know, Alucard, all that shit. I forgot the name of it. Even Castlevania has some really cool vampires in it. The anime, I mean, has some pretty cool vampires in it. They're still pretty, but they're also terrifying. Dracula from Castlevania is like, I mean, that's like Giga Chad of vampires right there. And you know, he even has moments where he just doesn't even look like he's a humanoid anymore. But yeah, I'm getting real sidetracked, man. You guys are probably wondering about this build and whatnot. I'm just like completely fucking sidetracked. The Great Stars, by the way, also is another weapon that gives you health back upon attacking your opponent. So does the curved Serpent God curved swords. Yeah, those also give you health back. I don't have them on the build though. I took them off because I forgot that they did that. So maybe next time you guys see this character, if you ever do see this character again, get launched, by the way, verticality and all that stuff. If you guys ever do see this character again, I'll probably have those swords back on him. But that's kind of the character, the inspiration for it. I actually got this idea from looking at a weapon. That's kind of how I'm so dumb, by the way. I should have just kept going with Briars of Sand right there, and I just didn't, because I'm an idiot. But that's kind of how I make a lot of my builds, is that I'll see something cool on a weapon, or I'll see a piece of armor that's cool, and all these ideas will form in my head about like what I could do with this. And for this guy, it was the pike. So if you guys use R2 on the pike, it's like this big upward swing that the pike does. And I went, man, that's such a Vlad the Impaler kind of move one day when I was looking at the pike. And I went, I bet you can make like a really cool vampire character with the pike. And unfortunately, I don't kill anybody in this video with that pike R2 move. But I just feel like, you know, it's worth mentioning. And I might drop some knowledge on you guys here in a second. I don't know why, but when I was younger, I have this really weird memory of watching this old Spike TV show, and for some reason they were talking about the Spike channel on the TV. You guys have watched Spike before. If you guys live in the U.S., crazy action channel, reality old bullshit. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. That channel. It was on channel 43. I can't believe I remember that, but I do. I have this memory in my head of these really weird dudes talking about Vlad the Impaler, who was just like one of the worst guys in history, by the way. And they were like playing with sticks and stuff. And I guess you could say they were playing with pikes, because technically these were pikes. And they were talking about how Vlad the Impaler got his name. And they were saying some shit like he would take butter and he would butter up these really fucking long wooden stakes that were called pikes, and he would insert them into the anus or the rectum of the people that he was trying to impale, and he would push it all the way through until it came out of their mouths, while they were still alive most of the time, I think. And then of course he would hang them up on display. And that's kind of where he got his name from. I don't know if that's true. That's just what's inside my head right now. So if you guys know why he actually did get his name, The Impaler, please drop it in the comment. I would love to read about it, my guys. I guess I should talk about the build now. We're 10 minutes into the video, and I haven't even mentioned the fact this is an Arcane Faith build with spells, what spells they were, and why I picked those spells the way that I did. So the stats on this build is 40 Faith and 48 Arcane. 40 Faith is a really good place to stop if you just like want some Faith and you want some Faith to do some spell damage with, incantation damage I should say. It's a pretty good spot to stop at. 48 Arcane is just what I had. I really would have liked to have gotten 50. I'm pretty sure 50 is where you get like the most bang for your buck when it comes to Arcane bleed buildup. And for this build, we're using a lot of spells that cause bleed. Now you might be wondering, why don't you use the Staff of the Guilty instead of the Albinoric Staff? Well, the answer is that the Staff of the Guilty is complete fucking trash. That's why we don't use it. You literally do more damage and more bleed buildup with the Albinoric Staff on an Arcane Faith build than you will on like a pure Faith Staff of the Guilty build. And of course you get way more uses out of the Arcane Staff because all of a sudden you're getting a lot more buildup, right? The Arcane Staff, I mean the Albinoric Staff. And it kind of fits with the fact he's using the Dirty Chainmail. Maybe in some weird fashion this is like an Albinoric vampire or something like that. I have killed so many people with Briars of Sand this video. I feel like that deserves a like in and of itself. So if you guys wouldn't mind liking for all these Briars of Sand kills, man, I would greatly appreciate it. I'm about to pull out the Devourer Scepter here, and I have to say I'm really surprised by that weapon. It has a really hefty stats requirement to it, but like it gives you a good amount of health back when you use the weapon art, even though the Devourer of Worlds weapon art is extremely slow. I mean, it pretty much almost gets me killed right there because the Blasphemous Blade is just so much fucking better. But can we talk about that actually? How Blasphemous Blade is like basically just better Devourer Scepter. It gives you health back and everything. Man, come on, man. But still pretty solid weapon. Let me know what you guys think about this character, man. These ideas behind this character. He has like all the bleed spells. He's got like a bunch of lifesteal stuff. There was some ideas that definitely went into crafting him, that's for sure. Whether or not it came out the best, I don't think so. It probably could be more optimized at this level, but I'm kind of known for not really optimizing my builds and just worrying about what the character would look like and what the character would do and what the character would use over functionality and, you know, optimizing my build. Using the pike here, I really wish I would have killed somebody with the R2 attack in this video, but I just never do. That being said, I'm actually really surprised that the pike is any good at all on this build. It actually is kind of decent. It doesn't really hit that hard when you just poke them, but you know, it actually gets pretty good bleed buildup, and it gets really good damage off of Impaling Thrust, especially if you're able to like hit them twice and then Impaling Thrust them or something like that. You will do so much damage off of that bleed. Pretty good roll catches too on the pike. I mean, it's just, I feel like the pike is maybe underrated. Probably why I'm singing its praises here. It's the longest spear, and like people are still over here using Cross Naginata, and this fucking little bitch just gave up. Anyway, guys, I think that's gonna do it for the video. I hope you guys did enjoy the video, and if you like this kind of content, it's kind of PvP content, it's kind of build making content, it's kind of character crafting content, be sure to like and subscribe to the video, man. Trying to get to 1,000 subs before the end of the year. I think we can do it if we're tenacious enough. Also, go follow my Twitch if you haven't already. It's Doesn'tSanity_ now on Twitch, because I changed my name on there because the very cool guy told me to take the YT out of my name, so I did. Anyway, guys, with that being said, fare thee well, peace out, and all that fun stuff. I'll see you guys later, man.